Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak about something powerful, something that, when understood and applied, will change everything for you. The message today is simple. Fix yourself the power of self-awareness. You cannot fix what you do not acknowledge. Before transformation begins, you must first recognize what needs to change. You've got to start by looking inward. And I mean really looking inward. See, before you can fix anything in your life, you've got to be brutally honest with yourself. You have to face the truth about who you are, where you are, and why you're there. Because the first thing that's standing in your way is your own denial. You see, a lot of us are walking around pretending that everything's fine. We say things like, "I'll get to it tomorrow," or "it's not that bad." But the truth is, we are expert at lying to ourselves. It's easier to ignore the truth than to face it head on, but let me tell you, the only way to move forward is by confronting the truth of your own situation. If you don't know where you're starting from, how can you know where you're going? If you don't know what needs fixing, how can you possibly fix it? Self-awareness is the foundation of transformation. When you look in the mirror and acknowledge the truth about your current state, whether it's your mindset, your habits, your relationships, or your finances, that's where the change begins. The key is not to judge yourself for where you are, but to recognize it for what it is. It's a starting point. From here, you can begin to understand what's broken, what needs adjustment, and what requires total overhaul. But without that recognition, you're just wandering aimlessly. So stop running from the truth. Stop pretending. The sooner you can accept your current reality, the sooner you can start reshaping it. That's the first and most powerful step toward fixing yourself. When you face the truth, it becomes your ally, not your enemy, and that is the real beginning of change. You are the architect of your future. Your life is a result of your decision. Take ownership of your actions and start designing the life you want. Now, let's talk about something that's truly powerful, your ability to design your future. So many people think life happens to them. They believe that the circumstances, the people around them, and the decisions of others control their destiny. But let me tell you this. You are the architect of your own future. You have far more control over your life than you realize. The power to change, to create, to mold your reality is within you. Think about it. Every day you are making choices, whether you're aware of them or not. And each of those choices is shaping your tomorrow. The problem is, a lot of us are not making deliberate decisions. We're reacting, we're drifting, and we're letting life push us around. But what if you decided to stop being passive? What if you took ownership of every choice you make? What if you started consciously designing the life you want instead of simply accepting the one that comes your way? The truth is, your decisions define your reality. You don't have to wait for opportunities to show up. You can create them. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You can make it happen now. When you begin taking full responsibility for your life, when you stop blaming your environment, your upbringing, or other people, that's when the power shifts. That's when you realize that you can actually build the life you want, step by step. The key to doing this is realizing that every decision, no matter how small, is part of your design. Your future is not some distant event. Your future is now, and it's being built one choice at a time. So ask yourself, what do I want to create? What decisions can I make today that will lead me toward the future I want? Your destiny is in your hands. Embrace that power and start designing. changing your mindset, you have the power to shift your mindset. It's not about fixing the external world. It's about fixing how you perceive it and react to it. Let me tell you something that might be hard for you to hear, but it's the truth. Your mindset is everything. I don't care how many opportunities you have, how many people are rooting for you, or how smart you are. If your mindset is broken, you're not going anywhere. And I mean that with all due respect. Most of us are stuck in a mental trap. We've been conditioned to think that certain things are out of our control. We've been told that success is for the lucky, that circumstances determine outcomes, and that only a few can make it big. But that's just not true. Your mind is the one thing in this world you can control at all times. The way you see the world, the way you interpret challenges, and the way you react to setbacks is all shaped by your mindset. If you keep thinking that success is for someone else, that things won't change for you, or that you're stuck where you are, then that's exactly what you'll experience. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, but when you shift your mindset, when you choose to see challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and failure as the first step toward growth, that's when the real magic happens. Here's the truth. Your thoughts create your reality. It's not the circumstances around you that define you. It's how you choose to interpret them. A successful person doesn't look at failure and think, I'm done. They think, what did I learn from this, and how can I use it to get better? The mindset shift is the catalyst that turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. So, change how you think. Challenge the negative thoughts, the doubts, the fears, and the insecurities. Replace them with positive, empowering beliefs that align with the future you want to create. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have. Use it wisely. Discipline is freedom. You must impose structure and discipline on yourself, not as a restriction, but as a tool for greater freedom and success. Now, here's something that a lot of people miss when they're trying to fix themselves: discipline. We often think of discipline as something that holds us back, something that restricts us from having fun or living freely. But let me tell you, discipline is freedom. It's the key to unlocking your potential. Without discipline, you're just drifting, and drifting gets you nowhere. Think about it this way. If you've ever seen a master at their craft, whether it's an athlete, a musician, or a successful entrepreneur, you'll notice one thing they all have in common: discipline. They don't rely on motivation alone, because they know motivation can come and go. What keeps them consistent is discipline. It's the decision to show up, to do the work even when they don't feel like it. It's what separates those who achieve from those who wish they could. Now, let me be clear. Discipline doesn't mean being rigid or punishing yourself. It means having a structure in place that allows you to move toward your goals consistently. It's about making small, smart decisions every day that add up over time. You've heard that old saying, success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Well, that's discipline. It's waking up early to work on your dreams. It's saying no to distractions. It's showing up when no one else is watching, when you're tired, when it feels easier to quit. When you have discipline, you have control. You're not at the mercy of your moods or external circumstances. You're in the driver's seat, steering your life where you want it to go. Discipline is what turns your potential into reality. It's what turns dreams into goals and goals into achievements. So, if you're serious about fixing yourself, start by fixing your habits. Structure your day, impose discipline on yourself, and watch how your life begins to shift. Discipline isn't a punishment, it's the path to freedom. The importance of consistency It's not about doing something great once. It's about doing the right things consistently. Small, repeated actions lead to big changes. Here's the thing about success. It's not about doing something extraordinary once in a while. It's about doing the right things consistently, every single day. That's the secret that most people miss. They think that success comes from big, flashy moves, that you need to make a massive leap to get ahead. But the truth is, it's the small, consistent actions that add up to big results. Think about your fitness routine. You don't get in shape by working out for 6 hours one day and then taking the next 6 weeks off. You get in shape by showing up every day, even if it's just for 20 minutes. The same goes for your career, your relationships, and your personal growth. You don't need to take huge leaps. What you need is to make the right moves regularly, even when it doesn't feel like you're making progress. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about showing up and doing your best every day. It's about creating a system where you don't have to rely on motivation because you've built the habit. And here's the kicker. It's not the big wins that make the difference. It's the small, repeated wins that compound over time. Whether it's reading a book a day, making one sales call, or practicing a new skill for 15 minutes, those small, consistent actions turn into massive progress over the long term. The real difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is simply the ability to stick with it. You've got to outlast the distractions, outlast the obstacles, and keep doing the right thing, day in and day out. So let me ask you, what's one thing you can commit to doing every day? That one consistent action will start shifting everything in your life. Success doesn't require greatness. It requires consistency. Make that your new mantra and watch how your life transforms. You can't fix others until you fix yourself. You are your own first project. Personal growth is the key to influencing and impacting those around you. Here's a hard truth. You can't fix others until you fix yourself. This is a lesson that many people struggle with, but it's crucial if you're ever going to create lasting change in your life or in the lives of those around you. We live in a world where we're constantly looking for someone else to change. We want our partners to act differently, our kids to behave better, our coworkers to be more productive, or society to treat us better. But what I'm telling you is this. You can't change others if you haven't first changed yourself. When you focus all your energy on fixing someone else's problems, you're ignoring the root of the issue, you. People are always looking for a fix outside of themselves. But you can't be a great leader, a great spouse, or a great parent until you've become great within yourself. It starts with your thoughts, your actions, and your personal growth. You've got to lead by example, not by force. People are inspired by who you become, not by what you tell them to do. Here's the thing. Your growth impacts those around you. When you raise your standards, when you work on your own mindset, when you improve your discipline, those around you start to take notice. You can't demand change from others when you haven't first done the work on yourself. It's your growth that will pull people up, not your complaints, your demands, or your criticism. You want to fix your relationships. Start by fixing how you relate to yourself. You want to fix your career. Start by fixing your attitude and work ethic. You want to make the world a better place. Start by making yourself better. So, stop trying to fix everyone else. Fix yourself first, and you'll see how the world around you begins to change. The power to impact others starts with the power to impact yourself. Get to work.